So, what is the best way to store cards, sports cards, any kind of cards, Pokemon cards, whatever it is? It's going to be anything. What is the best way to store it? And we're trying to think, Johnny, Scotty, and myself, we're trying to think of the best way to store these cards. Maybe not necessarily the best way for everybody, but being teachers ourselves, we try to keep things in order. And this is the best way that we found to do it. Maybe if you found a better way to do it that's more concise and more a little bit easier to find cards, let us know in the comments. This is the best way that we thought that we can do ordering these sports cards and figuring out, the cheapest way as well. If you got a lot, you want to order one of these large card storage box. They're cardboard. I think you can get maybe like four of them for $30 and on Amazon or wherever. And they hold about 3,000 cards or 3 or 4,000 cards in each box. And if you can see that we have a lot of cards, and I order them at least by the suit. I order them by the actual brand name. I just figured that I know a lot of guys they order them by like Phillies or Braves or the Colts or whoever by team name. I just really like ordering it by the actual name of the card brand, just because if I'm looking for if I go on eBay, I'm looking for an Elly De La Cruz from 2023 Bowman. I can go to my Bowman 2023 and look through that and find them in Elly De La Cruz. Now inside of that, I actually list them. I put all the base cards in these larger boxes, and some parallels that really aren't worth that much. But the other parallels, I'm going to show what I do in a second. But all the base cards, and I order them by either a rookie card or in the Bowmans they have like the prospects and things like that. So I try to order them inside the actual suit in their space, but also by like rookie card, base card, or whatever. Or like at the end, I start putting in maybe like the other prospects. I might put in like some of the inserts that they aren't really worth much. I put them in the front as well. But I always put them all together. So Boeing 23 is all together. 1983 tops are all together. All that stuff are all together in these big card storage boxes. And they don't take up that much space. And as long as you store them properly, they keep the cards okay, as long as you don't stuff them in too much. I'll try not to stuff them in the rows too much, but they're not that bad. After that, then I start figuring, okay, now do I have parallels? Do I have some cards that are worth more than $1 or more than maybe $5 or $4? And I start putting them into sleeves. You definitely want to put plastic first, the soft plastic, and then the hard plastic. That keeps the cards good. That keeps the corners from being bent. Keeps the cards from being bent as well. But I don't put them in the cardboard box. I put them in these leather magnetic cases. You can find them on like Temu. You can find them on eBay. You can find them on, I was going to say Sports Card Hustlers. You can find them on Amazon, and they're relatively inexpensive as well. Maybe $14 for a box, and it might hold like 2,000 cards or 1,000 cards in that box, as you can see. And I put them at all my inserts. So I try to keep it as like football is one box, baseball is one box, alterations one box. But I have about like 7 or 8 boxes now. So football may be running over. If I got a lot of Donruss Optics, so I try to put all the footballs. So it's kind of running over. I have to get more boxes, but for now I try to put all the parallels that are worth something. So if I go to a card show, I'm not going to bring these big old cardboard things. I'm going to bring probably these little smaller ones that have like the inserts, and try to give them away, or sell them. Or if I'm doing a card show, or if I'm doing a table, I can lay them all out and keep in there. Okay, all the cards in here like are $5 or whatever that could be. The next one I have a really color coded. The black ones that I have are more like just like the base, or just like the parallel cards, not really worth more than $5 or $10. And then I have like in my red box, as you can see, I have all my numbered cards, my autos. I have my box toppers. I have like the memorabilia patches that I have in there. I put them all in there. There's not a lot of them, so they can fit in one right now, but it's starting to get full, so I'm probably get another red one or a purple one or a green one or whatever, and then use that for my other one. So if I'm looking back and I say like okay, is 2030 or 2035, and I'm looking back at my number cards, I go to my red box or my color box, and I can see and go through there real fast and see, which ones have gone up in value, which ones have gone down in value, or whatever that could be. Maybe I have a number card that's out of like 1,000 and it's not worth much, but I still keep all the number cards together. I just like keeping everything together and in order. Again, being a teacher, I try to make it easy to find. So if I know all my number cards are in this red box, I can look in there and find it. So that might be a good thing to do if you're like a new collector. Maybe you can get a 4-pack of those cardboard big boxes, and you can start putting stuff in there. And then you can get maybe one of those colored leather cases and one of like a black leather case, and you put all your inserts in the black one, and in the red one you put all your number and your auto cards that you might get. I mean, it has taken me years and years and years to fill up that red case. And obviously for these younger collectors, it might take you years, or maybe even the older collectors, you might fill up like that, like these bigger YouTube channels. But it's easier to find. That's what I'm trying. The whole point of doing this is trying to, okay, what can I find? How can I find it easy if I want to access it? So that's really like what I kind of do to keep everything together. I have a lot of open boxes. I just put them in the corner of my room, and they're very easy to find, and nothing can really get into these boxes too well. I try to keep them away from like air conditioning vents and heater vents, because like the different temperature change might warp their cards and things like that. So I try to keep them away from like vents and just keep them in the corner, like a normal spot that's a relatively good temperature, and they don't really get dusty in there because it has lids on it. So it's nice to get, and nice to start storing your cards that way instead of just putting them in like a plastic bag or like putting them into like or whatever, like just like a big bag. So it's a good thing to start, like even if you're starting now, it's a good thing to start now. It's easier to start now in ordering your cards, because then you're in the process of that, and it's easier to do it. Like, it's very overwhelming if you're like 3 or 4 years or 20 years into this, and you're like, I got to order all these things. This might take you years and years and years to order all these cards you might have collected over the last 20 or 30 years or 15 years. So, but this is really for like new collectors. If you're watching this video and you found this video, you're like, oh, I got to start collecting cards. If you're a kid trying to do it, I think it's a good way to start. But if you know a better way to start, or maybe another way to start, let us know in the comments, and I'm sure there's always better ways to do it than we do. So if you ever find any of that stuff and any good ideas, always shoot us in the comments. Give this video a like, subscribe for us, because we're going to be making a lot more videos as the years and years and years go by. Wanted to help you guys out and start your collection off good and keep them ordered, because by the time you're old like me and you have all these old cards, it took me probably weeks in the summer of last year to put all my old cards in order. So if you do it now, you ain't gotta waste time putting these things in order. So it might help you out. But let us know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Talk to you guys later.